Alright, so the survivors return from their hunt only to discover that the settlement is littered with bizarre eggs. Do we have a bed? Nope. Survivors easily clear out the exposed egg clutches. They gather 1d5 eggs. 1. I rolled a 1. 1d5 eggs and catch the insects when they hatch. Gain that many random vermin resources. Well, that was lame. Oh, fun! Alright. So, here is our random one. Razor Maggot. Alright. You may depart with this resource. When an adjacent monster causes you to suffer severe injury, you may archive this to shove it into the monster. The monster suffers 3 wounds as the maggot burrows through the insides before exploding outwards. Alright, so not part of the core set at all. Just basically had... This was my fun moment of playing Crabman at Gen Con, was Razor Maggots. And doing the full Drax jump into the monster and burrowing out with the Razor Maggot was a lot of fun. Super cinematic and fun. So perhaps we could do this again. So Razor Maggots, and it's something that you can take with you, but it's not gear. So you can just take it with you. You may depart with this resource. Very interesting. So I love that. I will definitely be taking it. Well, imagine finding that in your bed. Ah. Alright, so what else? And that's it, right? Lingering effects, no dealing with infestation, so there's... I didn't really do a good job with that overlay, that fight, did I? Alright, so mysterious eggs done with. Now we're on to conviction, which I don't think there's a special one in the Sunstalker campaign. I think you're just doing regular old conviction out of the core rulebook. All right, so we got the survivors must find a reason to be. Treasure the darkness in all its mystery, or seek to master it and grow a strong. So we've got Master the Darkness is barbaric, and Treasure the Mystery is romantic. So here's barbaric. So we would move to 7 survival cap. Believe in the power of human strength to overpower any obstacle. Everybody gains +1 strength. Easier to wound monsters. And then we got romantic, which is when you gain random fighting art, you draw 3 and select 1, which does allow us to min-max a bit more on our character progression. So let's see. What are we thinking? I hate Hands of Heat, because that ruins all our stinking resources. That's in Barbaric. Do we really have a reason to take one over the other? I mean, yeah, strength is great. I love strength. I'm not sure. I also really like the ability to pick from the fighting art list, because that you can really grab some stinking awesome ones and really tailor your heroes. You guys want to put it to a vote? I can do that. It doesn't matter to me which one you guys pick. It really is. It's whatever. So romantic, barbaric. Can't think right now. The only thing I can think of that triggers is the tabard, which is like a beta or white box content, right? Or is it not? Is it the tabard? I think it is the tabard. Like if you're encouraged when you have the tabard, you're based barbaric, you get plus insanity or something, and romantic, you get a +1 survival. But we can't encourage anyway. So I don't really know if there's a real definitive yes, we should go one way or the other. I do like strength, but I hate Hands of Heat. All right, I really would prefer not to do Hands of Heat. I would kind of prefer Bone Witch, which I think maybe we need Bone Witch, actually. Is that one of the seed patterns we have? That may dictate where we go. Yeah. So Robes of Deadheim is Bone Witch. So it looks like that might push us. I'm not seeing anything else. Heat, blacksmith. Oh dang, we might be able to make armorsmith tongs. We might be able to make armorsmith tongs this year. Interesting. Yeah, romantic it is. I mean, why not? I mean, we got the seed pattern, you might as well have some fun with it. With no objections. I just don't see any reason why not. So romantic says, treasure the mystery. Life is like, my brain just immediately went to box of chocolates, but life is like a quickly fading lantern. Every precious moment must be lived to its absolute fullest. Add Bone Witch to next year on the timeline. That'll be with sun dipping. And the settlement gains romantic principle. Find the card, do the thing, roll the dice. 8. 6 to 10. Nominate a survivor. They gain 4 understanding in the following ability. Legend Caller. Once a lifetime on the hunt board. Space. After overwhelming darkness, in place of rolling a random hunt event, use 53 as your result. 53 is mask, right? Isn't that mask? Now we need to give somebody 4 understanding. Do we give it to somebody that's already fairly high, and to push them towards, White Secret, or do we give it to somebody else fresh so that we can get another seed pattern, and then they can roll, right? What do you guys think about that one? And you get to roll on insight as well. And we are in the settlement phase, so that would give them the Tinkerer thing, which would allow us to get +1 endeavors when they come back. That I like a lot more. Yeah, I'm totally down with that, Def. Who do we have that doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground that we actually might care about, right? That's the other bit. Let's see, Beyonce's already, so Freddie Mercury, probably not. Now, Michael Jackson, our Drifter has 2 understanding. If we give him, was it 4? We give him 4. That gets him +2 evasion, which would be nice, right? So that's an option. Can you give it to Cher, who seems to be one of our better people? Could give it to Rihanna. Could give it to Rihanna or Michael Jackson, really. I like getting. Ooh. So if we give it to Michael Jackson, he's only going to be going out on, what is it? 3 more hunts total? Because of his advanced XP gathering. Still, it's not that bad, though. If we get to Rihanna, that'll last a little bit longer, but we don't care about that. Yeah, let's give it to Michael Jackson. Let's get +2 evasion out of it. Yeah. All right, so he's getting 4. Oh wait, no, he's not. We're not doing it for him. He does not trigger insight. He just gets that evasion. So yeah, we're going Rihanna then. All right, that's our first and only Tinkerer so far. All right, so we're gonna roll a d10. What would we want? Probably high. That's not really high. So if we innovate this phase, draw an additional card. So when we innovate, not if, when we innovate, we're drawing 5 cards instead of 4. I think the chances of us getting what we want are high. All right. We updated the timeline. We got our stories. We updated death count because we didn't have anybody. Milestones are now age. We actually got a few ages, didn't we? You guys good with hunting another Nukealope? So we can get that other fist and tooth Qatar combo punchy item. I think that's really where I'm going to want to go. I think I might have mentioned it in Discord. Yeah, if you want to talk about this campaign while we're not streaming, hop down into Discord. Let your voice be heard. All right, Joan Jett is hitting level 3 enhanced sense. $15. Gain 1 random fighting art. We really don't want any, but okay. Oh, blast and bother. She's already got chain dash. I mean, wouldn't that be nice if this person didn't have chain dash? Well, let's see. I will replace chain dash with chain dash. That would have been a free chain dash to somebody else. Heck, nabbit. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. Alright. Lady Gaga. She also is at the enhanced sense milestone. Oh, did we? Yeah, right. We picked romantic, for crying out loud. So here are the 2 we actually would care about getting. So we've got record the name and level of any monster you defeat on your survivor record sheet. On arrival, if you do not have the monster you are facing on your sheet, name and level, gain a luck token. Interesting. So that was the first time we fight a monster, she gets a luck token. That could be good. Certainly isn't bad. An Orator of Death. She's already Orator. So she pulled 3. And she had 2 of them already. Alright, so do we want to replace Mighty Strike with Beginner's Luck? I think that's the only one I really want to replace. Mighty Strike's kind of meh. It's only +2 strength. I think we're doing that. Beginner's luck. If I could spell. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. +1 luck token on new monster level. All right. Not horrible. All right, now Lady Gaga's turn. We're gonna do it right this time. Oh, Snake Eyes. +1 permanent speed. How do you like that? Oh, I like that. Lady Gaga, do you wanna start having babies? Because we could get a branch of survivors that have speed. Oh, I like that. Let's see, Mick Jagger. Yep, he leveled up. Level 1. 10. Fighting art. And we get 3. 1, 2, 3. Big money, no whammies. We got Purpose, which is the one where you can't die on your first bleed out. So you got to roll, and if you have a chance of not dying on your first bleed out. That's pretty cool. And he's got extra sense and 2 empty fighting art spots. Let's see, which we could put as Strategist, which add a stone face or topple pillar, or Rhythm Chaser, on arrival gain evasion, which could be really nice, actually. That's probably the one we're gonna have to do, one we're probably gonna do. The reason, because he's Mr. Evasion. He's got 3 evasion innate with dodge, dipping, and diving. So yeah, that seems pretty easy, right? And we can give him, what is it? We have the harp. Throw the harp in there so when he gets knocked down, he doesn't lose it. We can figure that out. We'll figure that out, but I like that one. You guys are in agreement with that? Strategist is nice. I mean, if Lady Gaga had gotten that, I would love it. Adding giant stone faces. Or do we want to add Purpose? You know what? I don't care. Purpose or Rhythm Chaser? Rhythm Chaser we can get through innovations. Purpose, not so much. So, and being able to not die is also nice. Because, I mean, we're going to be fighting a level 3 Butcher, and not dying to it would be really good. So, okay. All right, fine. I think I just convinced myself to go Purpose. I don't know. An extra evasion against Hack City or Infinite Kick would be really nice. Right? That's a tough one. You know, but it does kind of, it doesn't force you to have an instrument in your gear. Just that, you know, when you're knocked down and you don't have one, you remove it. But that 1 evasion token could prevent you from getting knocked down, you know, on after hit effects and whatnot. Suck that through the teeth. Oh, help me out, team. What do you guys like? I think either one are fine. Adding evasion to Mr. Evasion is great, but Purpose is also like anti-death. Yeah. It's in line with his current meta. Rhythm Chaser. All right. And that's, you know, the no heavy in your gear, but that's shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem in this campaign. Unless we make him Hellfire and try to go another way, but whatever. We'll figure it out. So as of right now, he's more evasion-y than he was a minute ago. And I like it. I love evasion. And Ozzy didn't have anything. He didn't get nothing. Any other milestones before we start developing? I think that's it. All right, we've got Conviction, Romantic. All right, so now we're in Develop. All right, so next step, Develop, which is spend your money. 4 endeavors. One of them is definitely Innovate, because we get a bonus to Innovate this year. I want to use it. So organ. We have a regular bone. Just use a shank bone. Shank bone. Regular hide. You get 5 cards. 5 cards. That's a heck of a lot. Welcome everybody. My name's 5XP. Playing Kingdom Death Monster. I don't want to say all day, but we're playing it really a long time today. So, you know, my thought was to go to 10. If we get to exact 10, I don't know. Maybe not. I think I heard Blue Knives may show up today at some point. So that'd be kind of cool. Get somebody else to help me speed up these settlement phases. But yeah, this is not a speed run. We're just playing. We're just having some fun today. Glad you could join me. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like, that heart, that button, that bell, that whistle, all those things. You know what I'm talking about. I appreciate it. And I think we're up to 4 5 XP moments. So 1 more 5 XP moment, and you guys gotta call me out on it. And that'll be a free sub to somebody. Free sub to somebody out there because of my incompetence. That seems like a really bad way to say that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. Oh man, please be something good. Pictograph. Alright. I hate Runaway. Alright, we got Hovel. That increases our survival limit and gives us a +1 depart bonus. I do like Hovel. We got Aquarobics, which is incredibly important to get legendary lungs for reasons later on, right? We get drums. There's our rhythm chaser bonus right there. And then we've got nightmare training, which nightmare training is very important, if I recall, for something we're making. And I think for level 3 or something. Like bloodletting is the Nukealope level 3 thing. There was something that keyed off of nightmare training. And you guys might have to dig in your brains to help me with that one. Which one was it that was nightmare training that we needed nightmare training for? Was it a pattern? No, let's see, pottery. I could have, we needed nightmare training for something. And I'm hurting my brain right now. Let's see. Is it Gigalion related? No, that's if the settlement's done family. What the heck? What the heck was it that we needed nightmare training for? Was it Gigalion or Nukealope item crafting? Stone Circle Hot Zone does not require it. Where is Catarium? Blacksmith and Oxidation. So that's not it. Alright, well, my brain is completely rotten. Alright, so here are our choices. Nightmare, Drums, Aqua Aerobics, Hovel, Pictograph. We drew 5 because we got a bonus +1 due to an insight or an age up or something. I don't know if I have a preferred one. I do like Hovel. Obviously, Aqua Aerobics being the only way we're going to get legendary lungs is also something that I like. So let's see, is that a lifetime? Once a lifetime? No, it's not. But it is really stinking high. So we spend an Endeavor, and until you get 8+, that's dang, that's a tough one. But it's tough to get legendary lungs during the monster event anyway, right? So yeah, I guess that's kind of par for the course. We got Necros saying Hovel or Aqua. The Hovel consequences. What are the Hovel consequences? As a character? Bed? Family? Yeah, family, bed, partnership, which we already got. Bloodline. Shadow dancing. Yeah, dang. Hovel would give us +3 to depart, survival depart. Really like that. Aqua Aerobics, kind of feel like because we are at Lantern Year 11, we don't need it until Lantern Year 22. I feel like we might have some time, right? But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna kick myself when Nightmare Training was required for like something else we have to do this year. It's just like, what the hell? Actually, let's see if I can look that up. Nightmare Training. Is it? It's used by Acid Storm, King's Curse, Serrated Things, Showdown Kingsman, Showdown Tyrant, Spidicifius. Yeah, I'm not. It's keying off of something, and I'm gonna be really cross when we don't have it for whatever reason. Yeah, if you guys can't remember and I can't remember, then I guess whatever. We'll move on. All right, we rolling a die. Actually, I'm gonna just say Hovel. We're doing Hovel. I like Hovel. So we're now at 7 cap and 3 depart. I like it. All right, so now we've got 3 more. We need, what we can't do 2 people for the, what's it called? The sun dipping, which is next year. But maybe we need 1 more person. So we need anybody that's been purified can do it. And I would like to have 2 groups go. See, who do we have that's purified and not a partner right now? We have artist formerly known as Prince, Cher, and I think that might be it. So even if even if we purified somebody this turn, we're only going to have one couple go in next year. So that's a bummer, unless we choose to renege all the stinking symposium crap we just did and get 2 more people. So we don't need to. We're gonna, since we can't get, you know, 2 pairs, we don't necessarily need to spend 2 endeavors to purify somebody. So what can we do with those? What can we do? We've got umbilical stuff. We've got sculpture, so we can give somebody chain dash. We've got the sauna. That's, of course, if we spend an organ. And we actually forgot to draw a seed pattern for Rihanna, being so clever when she knowledged up or whatever. What was it? Understandinged up. Mighty Bone Axe. So 1 bone axe, 1 bone, 1 organ. Do we have any bold survivors? We have plenty of bold survivors. And gain a bleed token. That seems pretty easy. We can make a bone axe. Isn't that just 1 bone at the bone smith? So basically 2 bones, an organ, and we get a mighty bone axe. That is a mighty bone axe. Is it tasty? Is it nice? Mighty bone axe. What is this from? Is this from like Survivors of Death? Or anniversaries? I don't keep track of them all. There's so many of them. I probably already passed it. Well, that's Tempered Axe. Tempered is anniversary, isn't it? GCE. That's probably why I'm not finding it, because I don't look at those pictures very much. Where is it? How am I missing it? Is it rare gear, for crying out loud? Why would I not be able to find it? Unless the photo doesn't look like that. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Well, that's no good. That means it's probably not where it's supposed to be. I could have put it in the bone section, as bonesmith section as well. I'm not very consistent on where I place my cards. That's why I'm not a librarian. There it is. Looking just like it is in the stinking silhouette. There it is. 256 with Savage. Oh, I do love Savage. During your attack roll, reroll any natural ones. You must keep the new result, which is just fine. So that's really nice. 6 weapon and it's not frail. Yeah, the bone axe is frail. So here's what it's being upgraded from. I like that. I know you don't get that extra. Oh no, sorry. You get 1 less or you gain 1 accuracy, you gain 3 strength, and you gain that heroic, which that's worth it. What is it for? Just one bone and 1 organ? I think we need to do that because we don't have an axe. We don't have an axe at all right now. Oh, bone axe is 1 bone, 1 organ. So basically, you're just doubling the cost. 2 bone, 2 organ to make it. That's easy. So I don't know. Any reason why we wouldn't want to make that? I don't think so. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that one. What other endeavors can we do on this lantern year? Then we have sacred pool stuff. We have, let's see, harvest ritual requires forbidden dance. We have leather making. We're probably going to need to do that. Here's the sacred pool stuff. We've got intimacy. Don't think we have enough to make any of our level 2 stuff. Which is too bad. I don't think there's any other thing we need to do. What do you guys want to do with these endeavors? Anything? Anything you guys are chomping at the bit to do? I do like the ability to give somebody else chain dash. That's the whole like thing of the campaign is giving everybody chain dash. Is there anybody that is one of our besties that does not have chain dash? Rihanna's got it. Michael Jackson, of course, has got it. Do we want to give like Beyonce, Green Hulk? We want to give her chain dash. That's an option. Tina Turner's got chain dash. Could get David Bowie chain dash. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sitting out here going, what can we do? And I'm not. Nothing's jumping at me as far as what required endeavor spending. The only thing that I know I'm doing on this this settlement phase is right here, is nuclear knuckle, and that is spending the reticulated grabber and the flat tooth. And getting our first awesome. Oh, so these things just drool. I'm just drooling right now. So it's a weapon melee, fist and tooth and guitar, and it's nuclear. Right? So just one of these is better than a regular punch. And then they're paired, which is why we're going after another one here in a second. So surpass 10, and if you connect the 2 reds and have another red as shining finger, right? So suffer 3 brain damage, and your next attack with this is plus 1,000 strength. Limit once per showdown, but if it's paired, it's twice. So that's 2 guaranteed surpasses, which would obviously trigger your overcharge devastating. Wow. Right? So imagine these on our fist and tooth luck people like Tina Turner. 2 of these on Tina Turner just go nuts. Just absolutely nuts. So, Soup's happy about that. And all it takes is 2 resources. Yes, please, sir, may I have another. So that's one thing done. And then, yeah, when we get to level 3, we'll be focusing on these 2. Because we already got the whip. Do we want to maybe give... I kind of want to purify Lady Gaga. Kind of do. Because now that she's a plus speed person, I think that would be kind of nice to have as somebody to propagate a speed token, or not even token, just innate speed. I would like that. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Considering I'm kind of running on empty as far as what else to do. Purify Gaga. She's a staple. So I feel like we should push for that. All right, so Lady Gaga is getting purified. I think she has to skip. She skips. So record purified. Then is can't depart this year, so that's Lantern Year 11. Gain protective. Oh, overprotective, right? Overprotective. So that's KD on adjacent KD. And then roll a d10 and maybe we get something awesome. 6. So no, on an 8+, gain an attribute, 1+1 on an attribute of your choice, otherwise +1 permanent strength or accuracy. Lady Gaga could probably go with accuracy, but if she's bowing, she's already rolling twice. I do like the ability to have more wounds, so I feel like more strength. She's at 2 accuracy, 3 strength. Accuracy on a bow or strength on a bow? Feeling strength. Feeling strength. That catgut bow is the only bow we have right now, and that's a 3 strength bow. So rolling low is not hitting right now. All right, what else? 1, and this is leather. This is to do leather, ammoniaing, right? All right, look at all these resources. Keeping razor maggots for funsies later. Keeping the broken prismatic lantern because something requires broken prismatic lanterns. That might be the patterns that we have. So I'll write those down. Razor maggot is a bone. Then we got a broken prismatic. I think we need 2 of those. I have that somewhere. Where's my stack? Was it the dagger? Yeah, it was the dagger. It's 2 broken prismatic lanterns, a perfect hide, and 3 bone for the dagger that you throw and explodes. And the sun lantern mask is 2 iron, 1 perfect bone, and 5 bone. Alright, let's see. Was this the one I think we could make today? 3 broken lanterns. Are we shy on that? Yes, we're 1 shy. I mean, we guess we could use a broken prismatic lantern for that, but why? Why? We'll save it. Save it for later. All right. So we're missing 1 for this. So otherwise, I think we're checked off. We've got perfect organ waiting. This is the thing that gives us armor, I think, across all laces and all kinds of cool funsies. I think I've had this before in one of my campaigns. And it just has all greens. Quad greens. So when you depart, add 1 to all locations for every finished green affinity you have, which is awesome. Right? Then if you do attach greens everywhere, you can spend both your act and your movement to reduce damage from hits by 1 to a minimum of 1 this showdown. So you have to trigger it. You have to trigger it in order for it to work. But it's worth it, especially if you're out of sight from the Nukealope on turn. That's awesome. But not yet. We got a couple things in the seed pattern deck. With that, you know, kind of sometimes I'll go a whole campaign without actually triggering anything from a seed pattern deck. Like I just won't get anything. So that's kind of fun, having the ability to do that. All right. We have fresh acanthus. Do we want to turn this into dried? I think we already have 2 drieds, and I think only one person even uses it. I might just keep this as a resource for spending later. You know what I mean? For our sun dipping or whatever festival. Perfect organs. I love perfect organs. Do we need a perfect organ for anything? I don't think so. All right, we're going to add salt here as well. Strange resource that. All right, here's what we got. 1, 2, 3 pelts, a muscly gum. And yeah, guys, I'm not here for speed. I'm here for funsies. What's muscly gum for? Why am I not remembering what muscly gum's for? Is it just a fun titled organ? Yeah. Organ consumable, but it doesn't have a fun little consumable effect. 3 pelts. If we want to, we can ignore the stone circle stuff and go with the leatherworker stuff. So we need a scrap. We have a scrap for the leather mask. And we could do... We already have the skirt and the cuirass. So we would need a leather, a hide. A leather hide. So 3 leathers, 2 hide, and scrap. I don't think we would have enough to finish that. But we're hunting this dude one more time, so as long as we finish the leather set before, and I think we're going to do Screaming Antelope and then Phoenix level 2 after that. So then we'll as long as we have the leather set for that that Phoenix fight, we'll be good, right? So you guys want to just make some leather working stuff? What do we have? That is 3 leather. Do we even have any hides? And we need a skull. So that's why we can't make the sprinter helm. Is because we're missing the skull. Dang it. We're kind of missing a couple things here that we need. Kind of sitting on a bunch of stuff that I can't do anything with yet. Anybody got anything? Because right now I honestly don't even really feel like doing much besides turning these into leather. I don't even need to spend them right now because we're probably going to go out with the exact same gear grids with the exact same people. Why mess with what works? All right, I'm going to turn those into leather. Call it a day. So Shankbone, Spiral Horn, Screaming Brain. It's another reason why I didn't want to do Hands of Heat. It's got so much crap. Beast Steak. And I already did those two. And then we're just going straight after another level 2, right? Oh, did we want to make the bone? Might as well. Let's make the mighty bone axe. So 2 beefsteaks. Two shank bones. Beautiful. There. So we only made 2 things. Here's our 2 things we made. They are nice. Yep. I get this question a lot. Like, why in the world are you spending all this time shuffling and writing when you could be in the simulator? I like the simulator. Don't get me wrong. I like this better. I like this better. I like playing with the miniatures that I've painted, except survivors. I like shuffling cards. I like chitty chatting while it's all going down. I am not here for speed. And we're on D part, Lantern Year 11, the hunt for Lantern Year 11. All right, let's do it. Let's just go down the line. Tina Turner, what do you get? Dead Warrior. The hunting party stops several paces away from a one-handed skeleton clad in ancient, rustic armor. The strange tablet covered in inscription lies next to it. If the settlement is pictographed, we do not. So we just don't do squat. We just do a basic hunt event. Or is this nothing? Yeah, if no one investigates, random basic. 48. Death wager. Oh, wait, I forgot. Who was our survivor for our principal? Was that Rihanna? So I forgot to write the legend caller or whatever. So mask on hunt. Like, I think that's 53. Well, that would suck to forget completely about that. All right. Whew. Oh, shit. That's not a 5 XP mistake, right? That's not a 5 XP. I don't have to do anything for that. We'll keep going. That's just forgetfulness, but not the same thing. It's totally different. Death wager. The survivors are awoken by a traveler hidden in a deep cloak. The traveler pulls back its hood and reveals a deformed face with 2 chins curving away from each other, each with its own grinning mouth. In a dreamlike state, the survivors all understand this entity is known as the gambler. And if they speak, they will die. Until this event is completed, only event revealer may speak. Pretty easy. Alright. If any other player speaks, the survivor turns cold dead. The survivors must play the gambler game or be trapped with him forever. Each survivor rolls a d10. And this one's a little easy for me. Solo-wise. Right. Let's see. Oh boy, we got the gambit here. Oh boy. I think we might be using a reroll on that one. All right, so the gambler. So who's this? Who's white? That's Ozzy. All right, so the gambler reaches out and scoops up your dice. As they vanish within the fold of his cloak, you feel all traces of air leave your lungs, and you are unable to draw another breath. Dead. We have a reroll for him. He has his lifetime, but we also have Excalibur, so we could just get a +2 strength to Excalibur. Is it really worth it? Probably not. Probably not. So I think we're gonna have to spend his lifetime reroll. I usually only spend lifetime rerolls on death or death staying rolls, unless somebody out there wants to buy a oh, never mind. Like that. Unless somebody wants to buy a reroll. Like that. Alright, this is to save. We're gonna put these to the side as is. This is to save poor Ozzy Osbourne's life. A fiv. That's better than a 1. It's like 4 more than it. Alright, so you do not lose, nor do you win. Play again if you wish. If you do roll again on this table, that's a big no for Ozzy. He just dodged a bullet there. So yeah, not gonna do it. Thanks for that reroll though. Alright, then we've got 3s and 4s on the other two, and we've got a 10. 10 on red. That's David Bowie. Alright, you win. Gain +1 permanent luck. You win! So he's up to 2 luck now. And that is the stat that he is imparting on his chillins. So that was important. Like, it's too bad you can't give the numerical value of the stat instead of just +1 on the stat. Nice job. All right. Did we want to push our luck with anybody else? Tina Turner could get another plus luck, and she is our critting fist and toother. Do we play again? I mean, it don't cost nothing. We should try again. All right. Here's Tina's roll. Let's see. We just can keep going if we want to. With the same equal chance of dying or getting a +1 luck. Here you go. Oh, that was close. Did you see that wiggle jiggle? Okay, well, I think we're tempting it a little bit too much there. It's too bad there's no pluses. Too bad there's no pluses. All right. 9 is not good enough. He needed a 10. All right, moving on. Oh, where's my stack of loot cards? There we go. We need to come up with a fun build for that new axe we got. Somebody think about that with our new, what is it? Mighty Bone Axe. 42. Surgeon. A creaky carriage approaches the survivors, richly appointed in red and gold. The carriage is carved on every side with lurid faces. A massive twitching eye adorns the front. While the door of the carriage is waiting, open mouth. Out of the small window, a gnarled hand beckons. One survivor with 3 courage may choose to enter the wagon. They remove 1 impairment or severe injury and gain a random disorder. I think we're going to do this. Ozzy Osbourne would probably like to have his arm back. Does he have the courage to do so? He does! Who else falls into this category? Oh, David Bowie would probably like to get rid of some of those severe injuries. Those minus speeds, right? Mick Jagger's fresh. He's good. I'm kind of tempted to have Bowie and Ozzy go in. So, I don't roll. It's just 3 courage. I may choose. I remove an impairment or severe injury and gain a random disorder. I feel like that's a great trade-off. Yeah. All right, Ozzy. Magical Mystery Tour getting your hand back, pal. WTG. Dismembered arm. Thrown back. How do you like them apples? Wait, what's the dismembered arm one? Was it minus something? No, it's just cannot activate two-handed weapons, right? I thought it might be like minus accuracy or strength. I think that's blind. That's blind. Wow, check that out, man. then he gets... What does he get? Let's find out. Ha! You son of a bitch. The trauma was real. He was just going out to get his arm back, and now he's like, screw that, I ain't going back. I ain't going back on a hunt now that I got my arm back. Damn. That's the second Fear of the Dark that we've gotten on this campaign. That's nasty. Alright. That sucks. Alright, David Bowie. What was it that he got? It was broken rib, like 2 broken ribs or something. So we'll get rid of the broken rib. That makes him feel happy. He can breathe without pain. But what's he gonna get for it? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this one for the bow guy. Hyperactive. Switching to hyperjets. I do not like this one. Must move. Oh, okay, so I guess we can always use dash or move and then dash to cumbersome. What? Yeah, there are ways to deal with that. It's not the worst thing in the world. Right, that's Bob Saget right there. Totally Bob. Yeah, okay, I'm triggering it. There you go.
Oh, Bob Saget!
And that's his only, that's the worst part. It's his only disorder. So we can't just try to disorder farm to get rid of it. That sucks. Oh. Alright. I think I did all that wrong. Anyway. Swap them out. Shit. Totally. Damn, okay, 5 XP moment. I've butchered that. So here you go, somebody. Congratulations. Oh. So if you weren't paying attention like me, if you weren't paying attention like me, then you would have noticed that we actually had a special hunt here instead of a regular. So I want to switch that over there. We're just gonna deal with it. Oh shit, that was special too. Oh shit, I totally screwed this up. There we go. All right, I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. No way. Now we're gonna do it. We're just gonna go for it. Vomit pile. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. All right, so we've got vomit pile. The survivors find a half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Each survivor may scavenge. Of course, we know that with this, the theme of this settlement is we will scavenge. We will kill the little cubs. We will scavenge corpses. That's like a moral imperative. All right, so each survivor may scavenge, gain a courage, and roll on the table. So, I mean, you know we're gonna do it. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. That was Mick Jagger's first courage. Everybody's going. Everybody's rolling. I know. It's bad. It's bad and I feel bad. So each survivor may gain a courage and roll on the table. So this is... Let's re-roll that one. Come on, come on. Quit being cocked. Archive all consumable gear. Who is that? Red. Oh, good. No consumable gear. Nothing. 2. Who's white? Oh, damn. Bye-bye, fish of abundance. Oh, the pain. The horror. That hurt. Hurt a little bit. There goes that luck token. Alright, then you find something and eat it, is what green gets. But I think all our guys are tops. I think all our guys are topsies, aren't they? Yep. So that was wasted. How about this one? The antelope is clearly sick, vomiting up pieces of itself. Gain 1 understanding, a random screaming resource. Not really worth it. After all said and done. Well, nah, that's not true. It's basically that fish of abundance just cost us 1 understanding, 4 courage. I think that's a good cost. I think that's a good cost. Right? We can deal. Especially for... Dang it. I was hoping for the flat tooth. Remember, that's the one we gotta get today. We gotta get those flat teeth. Alright, now we're back to these ones here. Who is this? Who's white? Actually, we could die anyway. It's Golden Dagger, so this is from Zelda. You spot a gleam nestled between 2 disfigured corpses. A shining blade hued with colors that your retinas have never digested. Without hesitation, you make a dive for it. Roll a d10. Oh shit! Alright, Ozzy's gonna make us reroll again. So the result here is... Alright, I'll read it before we reroll. His lifetime reroll. It's as precious. You caress the ornate weapon, lost in its splendor, and it's oblivious to the jealous gazes of your peers. By the time you realize that your companions have surrounded you, it's too late, you're dead. Survivor with the highest insanity gains the obsession gear. Who is that? Who's the highest insane person here? Well, it is Ozzy, so it'd probably go to the next one, which is David Bowie, which I really don't want. So Ozzy's gonna have to spend his lifetime reroll. I really would love for Ozzy to get a high one here, because he now has space in his gear for it. Oh, 4. Okay, so that's just down here. In your excitement, you knock the weapon skittering into an open stone mouth that promptly closes up with a smirk. Gain 10 insanity. Oops, that's David Bowie. Alright, Ozzy's now at 18. At least we saved him. We saved him again. That's twice. It's twice. And the other one. Baby and the sword. The survivors find a woman's corpse riddled with arrows. The body rests in the center of a pattern drawn in blood. A screaming infant in one hand, sword in the other. As the survivors approach, a massive worm bursts from the ground, blocking their way. The survivors may grab and dash. So if we want, we spend our d10. Pray we get higher than a 2. Because... Oh no, wait. We don't have noisy. We took that one noisy thing off, and our person who is always noisy is not with us. So Harvester wouldn't be that bad, would it? Yeah, Harvester is specifically noisy, right? So this might not be all bad. And I wouldn't mind a baby. So let's see, a 3 to 6, we got it. We gain a random disorder and the Sword of Silence. Or we remove the card permanently. Survivors madly dash past the worm. Each survivor gains a random disorder. The group gains Newborn and Sword of Silence. rear gear, and then trigger the harvester. So you got a high chance of hitting harvester. And I'm not going to read it for spoilage until that happens. But are we going for it? Are we doing it? Are we going after the sword? I think it'd be kind of fun. We have Excalibur. We have oh wait, no, that's it. We only have Excalibur. Didn't we? We lost our Bone Blade. So yeah, I think we should do it. Yeah, totally. We should totally do it. All right, so oh, good luck. Good luck to us all. We don't have a reroll on the channel, so Wissywig. Here it is. Remove this card from the deck permanently. The survivor's mad dash past the worm. Each survivor gains a random disorder. Let's do that one first. Tina, when you're, oh, that sucks. I hate that one. I do's hate it. Do not gain an endeavor on return. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, it's okay. The reason that is because if everybody just constantly had me re-rolling stuff, you kind of lose the value of it, and I wouldn't always like have the like, oh my god, something really bad might stay. So, all right, next one. Traumatized. Whenever you end your act adjacent to a monster, you're knocked down. Well, that's David Bowie. That's okay. He should never be adjacent to the monster. All right. Oh, jeez. That one might not be the worst, right? So let's see where his weak spot is. He's going to be wearing armor all the time. To the hands. This is a tough one early. That's a tough one early on when you don't have armor. All right, now this is Ozzy's. So he's gonna retire and then binge eat. It's gonna literally be he's gonna gorge himself on everybody else's work. He's like, I'm retired. You just sit there eating while we do all the work. All right, so I didn't finish reading the darn thing. All right, so we did our disorder. We get Newborn and Sword of Silence. Both of those, I believe, are gear cards. I believe both of those are gear cards, not just the sword. I'm having a day finding stuff in my book. Find a baby. There it is. There they are. So here are 2 cards. Irreplaceable. Your weapons are now slow. When you return to the settlement, archive it to gain +1. And we've got this one, Sword of Silence 256, sentient, irreplaceable, and unique. Gain sharp if you have 5 understanding, which we have some people that do, but I don't think any of them are sword people. So we'll have to figure that one out. But as long as that's in the settlement, we ignore White Secret and White Speaker, and be okay. Unfortunately, I only have one free spot left. Are we gonna abandon a baby? I'll take that. So just take the sword and walk away from a screaming baby. We're not like that, are we? What could we replace so we can have a baby? Oh, there's not much I want to do with. I don't want to get rid of really anything. Okay, we'll do brain mint. All right, we'll get rid of the brain mint because I've got two more mints of brain to make later. We'll be fine with that. We can make that one again. Oh, but shoot. We don't want her to be slow. We'll give her the sword instead. And we'll give Excalibur the newborn. So Excalibur swinging will only be one. Oh well. We're not even done with it yet. We still have to trigger the Harvester event, which is 10. Harvester. This event cannot be re-rolled or avoided. Anyway, the ground shakes. Cracks beneath the survivors. Colossal verm bursts from below. Its skin a mosaic of screaming faces. The mere sight is maddening. All survivors gain one random disorder. Must spend a survivor or be devoured whole. Gosh, the stinking disorder. You get a disorder. You get a disorder. Alright, well, everybody loses a survival. We've got plenty of that. Plenty of that to go around. By the time this hunt's over, Ozzy might not have fear of the dark. Alright, well, here's Tina's. Oh, well, let's get rid of this one. Get out of here. Here's Tina's. Sheesh. Okay, well, that's not horrible. It does take a spot. It does take a spot. But I have loads of lanterns. Must have a lantern. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. All right, this is David Bowie's. That's brutal. That's really bad. You cannot gain courage. You cannot use or gain survival and cure on 8+ understanding. Well, now I really want another stinking disorder to come my way. What are we getting rid of? Overprotective, hyper, or trauma? I think trauma's fine. I'll leave that alone. He's never going to be adjacent to the monster, at least hopefully. Overprotective is knockdown if adjacent to knockdown. Hyperactive is move. I feel like I want to get rid of hyperactive. Because if I dash, I want to dash to move. Or to shoot, maybe. Not be forced to move. Apathetic. So, no courage. No survival. On 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On 8 understanding. Wipe it. And he's got 3 understandings, so that's not something that's going to happen right away, is it? What a bummer. All right, Mick Jagger. Yes, we love this one. Heck yeah. That's the strength and survival. Went insane. And then we've got Ozzy. Oh my god. That is actually, I'm okay. For a second there, I thought that was something else. Oh, that's okay. So that is on arrival, which he won't be arriving because he's fearing the dark. This will be the last one. So half of survival. That's not horrible. I've had worse. I've had way worse. Alright, so we've gotten past the first checkpoint. If any survivor has noisy gear, the harvester's drawn, they're all dead. Okay, but we don't have that. The creature is so horrifying that the survivor's brains erase the experience from the memories, do not gain the benefit of your death principle. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so basically, we're okay. Everything's fine. We're all fine. How are you? It's not, could have been worse. Could have been way worse. And now we get to enjoy overwhelming darkness. Enjoy it. Just want to take a break after that one. That was rough. Alright, so. Overwhelming darkness. We got 2 2s, a 5, and a 10. Ooh, let's see. Blue, Tina Turner is not courageous. She's not insane. So she's going Path of the Doomed. Oh, fudge. Alright, so that one's rough. A Pal of Doom falls over you. Gain -3 luck tokens for the duration of the showdown. So she's just been castrated. She's been totally nerfed. Totally nerfed for this fight. All her innate luck is now gone. That sucks. Alright, now Ozzy is courageous. Spend at least 1 survival or dead. Or all survival, right? Oh, that's insane. He's brave. So 2 is, you punch yourself in the face, gain a -1 accuracy token. That's not bad. I can deal with that. Green. Who's green? That's Mick Jagger. He's not brave. Is he insane? No. So he is... You choke on the atmosphere. It leaves you sick and unbalanced. Lose monster level survival and gain a -1 evasion token. Well, that cancels your evasion token. Wah wah. Alright. -2 survival. And who's red? David Bowie. You are courageous. And you gain the leadership. So you emerge from the darkness with a new perspective, gain the leader fighting art. Could have been helpful before. Should have done that one first, but too bad they're all done at the same time. Alright. Overwhelming darkness is over. Let's go mineral gathering. So it's taken a while. Today does feel a little slower, doesn't it? That's fine, we're all fine here. Mineral gathering. Every survivor with a pickaxe rolls in the mineral table. That's only one. That is David Bowie. David Bowie. The pickaxe. 5. Gain a broken lantern basic resource. The sudden rock slide catches you off guard. Suffer 2 event damage to a random location. So broken lantern resource, 2 damage to the chest. I can tolerate it. I actually have armor there, don't I? Yeah. Boom, boom. But that is a bummer. I was hoping we can go down, or at least get some iron. Oh well. Hope maybe we'll get some iron on the Showdown board. Carpet of ticks. The ground is covered in a carpet of huge, writhing ticks. Each survivor must try to fend off the swarm. Roll a d10 and add your hunt XP to the roll. 6+, you succeed in smashing them in a shower of gore. Otherwise, the result of below 6, the ticks make you sick. Reduce your survival to 0. Roll a d10, and if it's high, you get -1 strength. That's not great. So 8, 8, 5, and 5. So we got two people. Oh, and add experience. So these guys are already auto succeeds. Green becomes a success. And who's white? White definitely succeeds. All right, so there we go. So we're good. Everybody smashes the ticks, and we're all good. Regular hunt event. Boy, this has been a hunt. To forget 3. Cancer pigeons. The survivors are surrounded by the echoing coo of infant babble. Strange baby-faced birds circle overhead, gripped with instinctual horror. The survivors break into a run. Each survivor rolls a d10. If any survivor has a whip, they crack it, scattering many of the birds. Each rolls +4 to their roll. Sweet. So we're getting +4 to this. Let's see, and do we have anybody who's a straggler person? Let's see. Which one's straggler's prepared? I don't think... Yeah, Aussie gets +2. So it's white gets +2. So that becomes a 5. Where is it? Becomes 5. Oh, red. David Bowie is my straggler. So then he rolls. Each straggler rolls a d10. Oh, wait, no, this just... The straggler gets +4, so he'll roll. David Bowie will roll, again get +4, so he's at 12. You manage to strike one of the foul creatures down. Gain a random basic resource. Well, that's better. I knew we needed a whip for something. That helps. Boy, please be a prismatic lantern. Or a hide. Hides are fine. We need them for making leather anyway. And then now it's bad guy. There we go. Well, this one was a bit different than the last hunt. I will say that it was full of 5 XP errors, and I apologize for all of them. And not David Bowie, but stinking Ozzy Osbourne. This game wanted you to die, dude. This game just wanted you gone. How many disorders did we pass out? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, welcome, Broken. All right. Well, that was rough. That was rough. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get iron. We got Fear of the Dark. We've got everything hurts. Everything hurts. Oh my god. David Bowie can't spend courage or survival or gain courage or survival. Oh my gosh. That hurt quite a bit. Oh wait, no, we're gonna get 6 acanthus, 1 debris. We know we're going to get... And then we get 2 random terrains. I wonder what we get today, because we've been getting tall grass every time we go up against this guy. I have a feeling we're not going to get tall grass this time. Here we go. How about that one? That's really not what I want. So we get 2 more acanthus plants on the board. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And tall grasses. Okay, you know what? It's a very rich field that we're fighting in. This is very, very rich field. It's not really what I have in my brain when I think of this game. It's like, oh, you know. I'm actually going to play this a little different. I'll throw those around. And I'm going to, honestly, I don't care. We're just going to play. That's got to be on a board edge. Got so many of these things. There. How about that? That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? That's parfait. We got to do arrivals. That is a lot of herbs. Let's see. We get on arrival of 3. Everybody gets 3. Everybody gets total of 4. Yep, 4 survival. Everybody gets +4 survival. Up to 7. All right, so yeah, everybody's maxed. That's not bad. Yeah, Stickler, get in there. You remember, this is your choice of a very large amount. You get 1 brown box. Either it came with or didn't come with game content, but it's not in there now. But loads of models for your painting pleasure. All right, where are we placing our peeps here? We did not ambush the monster this turn. We have only 1 specialist, and that's the bow specialist. Yep, no one else is a specialist. What should we be doing here? We know he's gonna charge at our boy here. Where's our leather guy? Like that? Oh, you know what? I tell you what. I will add one of these to the box so that you guys can have it just for funsies. You know, for anybody that's not going to Gen Con, I can send that out. No problem. I got like 250 of them. So I'll be all right. I'll be fine. So I'll get you one of those, no problem. All right. Where do I want to throw that? Let's throw that up there. We good? We good to start? The bad guy's gonna go first. I don't think this is gonna be as successful as the last couple. All right, here we go. Good luck to all of us. As a reminder, he's got 3. Holy cow. Kids, man, slamming doors. He's got 3 traits that are currently in the inert. They can get flipped. When they get flipped, we will discuss it. Until then, we're just gonna leave you in suspense. When the monster collides with a survivor, very specifically a survivor, they and all other survivors take damage. When the monster consumes, or when a survivor gains gobbled up, they randomly flip this, or randomly flip an inert to active. And then we have Prehensile Tail. After an attack profile, somebody gets grabbed, thrown in the blind spot, and takes damage. Let's pray that we get some more of those permanent injuries, but I don't think we're going to be critting like we were last time. I kind of am too. Right now, Ozzy is like the #1 person, right? to get gobbled up in my book. Because if he dies, then Excalibur gets a boost, and he has Fear in the Dark, so he's not going on another hunt anyway. Bite. Closest survivor in field of view. I don't think I can run away anyway, because, let's see. Yep, he's +1 accuracy, +2 speed. Nukealope gets all these fun things, so movement. Wow, was I playing that wrong? Oh, I had those flip-flopped. Is that a 5 XP? That's another 5 XP. I was thinking he had 11 movement for some reason. Why was I thinking that? What? You guys let me play that whole last battle with a Nukealope movement of 11? Oh my gosh. Like, it's not even like I can claim I haven't slept for a week. Or, like, oh my goodness. Can I play on not Omega difficulty? Is it possible? Alright, well, let's try to remember that this time. That he's not Speedy Gonzalez. Alright, anyway. Can I dash away is what I was thinking. Alright, so I'm 6. I could dash. He's gonna chomp somebody if I dash away. So I don't think that's a very good idea. But I will bleed after damage. I just can't believe I do this. I just do this all the time. So that's #1. That's a new tick. We'll call it a new tick. All right. So 4 more 5 XP moments and we'll get a sub out. I love that stuff. Should I dash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still gonna get there, isn't it? Where's my magical? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. There's no sense in running away. Just take it, right? It's not full move. All right. What you gonna do about that, McJagger? It's gonna be rolling 3, hitting on 2, hitting on 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. He's hitting on 6s or better. Ha! Take that. That's evasion for you. Alright, so no hits, no bleeds. We'll take it. Alright. It's our turn. What are we doing first? We have David Bowie able to shoot. We have David Bowie able to cat eye. And then we have everybody else to stab it. Are we cat-eyeing first, or do we care? We want to just try to get some minus tokens first. I do like giving it the -1 token first. We're going to do that one. David Bowie. Yeah, David Bowie. Oh, we can't spin survival. So there's our free, like, automatic, like, 2 hit points. Isn't going to happen. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer. All right, well, here's his attack for the hollow point arrow. That's a hit. So he gets a -1 movement token. So now he's at 12. He's like, what are you doing? All right, gnarled horns. We got this last time. All right, so here's our wound roll for gnarled horns. 5 plus what? 11 plus 2. Like, it's obviously a wound, not a crit. So that's too bad. I would have really liked that. But it is a wound. On no failure, we're okay with that. All right, forgot to adjust his luck. He did get a luck on the from the gambler, didn't he? But still, that's not enough for it. Anything else he could do? Could move? No, he can't. He's cumbersomed. All right, so now it's one of the others. Do we want Excalibur to get in there? Or do we want Tina Turner, unlucky Tina Turner, to get in there? That sucks. That sucks so bad. Oh, and we're gonna have to pay attention to this. That woe headband. We're gonna want to put that on our fist and tooth person from now on, because that will get us the automatic. Because we have to have an activation. All right, let me show you this. Let me show you this card. This is what I'm saying, because we don't have Surge, so we can't activate Shining Finger. Oh no, we can't. We can. We can. That's next attack. So that just basically on the next attack, not this attack. Okay, I was freaking out for a second how we're never going to get this one. But this is for the next attack. What is that? One day Soundgarden will gain bed innovation. Dave Bowie was dead. We're not there yet. All right, let's see. So we still could have Tina go and punch and just hope. That's pretty rough though. All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Mick Jagger's gonna go and he's going to, well, whip it good. And that's perfect hit, because that's barbed, and the other two are misses. We get one. We are, let's see, barbed is 3, so he's at 7, 8 plus the die. That is a wound. And I'm seriously, guys. You guys let me do this. I'm supposed to be rolling those to get my emboldens and stuff every turn. Do I get that back? No. Do I get the overcharge back? Yes. Wait, what am I doing? Grabbing. Yep, so he does 1 wound plus a devastate. And now if the monster moves, then I don't get that extra free one. So your blow clips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. Turn to face the attacker without moving. Jump the monster 1 space away. Cancel all. Dang it! So there goes our free. There goes our free whip wound. Darn. Man, we are not getting very lucky right now. Ooh. Rip for Survivor. Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, do you, or what's the one where like you have to either take it or fight? Is that the one you're talking about? When the hand comes in and chooses, you can resist. All right, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have Ozzy Osbourne come in. Now unfortunately his attacks are now slow because he's holding a baby. With his regrown arm, though, he can't complain. And Ozzy's going to churn up for a strength and an overcharge. Here we go. Come on, baby. All right, that's a hit. Don't be impervious. Oh, God. All right, so first strike. The Screaming Antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. If the attacker is insane, oh, He's real insane. Cancel all hits and end their attack. Oh, he's real insane. Although who else would charge at a screaming antelope with a baby in their hand? Well, man, I am stinking striking out here. We've done 3, and I haven't marked it. Do I want Tina Turner? Right, actually, we're gonna have him. He moves full. We're gonna have Tina Turner go behind. Oh, this is probably gonna end up horribly. But it's our new weapon, Nuclear Knuckles, rolling 2s, hitting on 8s, 7s, 6s or better. 6s or better. Or nothing. That's a big whiff-a-rooney. Not exactly how I thought this fight would start. Alright, well, somebody's gonna get stinking hurt real bad here. Alright. Let's go for it. Oh, shoot. If there are no acanthus plants, there are. Discard and perform basic. However, there are. So we have a flow here. Do we need to do something before he full moves to the closest acanthus, which is right underneath the card? Right there. If the monster ends its movement on or adjacent to acanthus, it consumes it. Archive the terrain, heal 1d5, and whenever a monster consumes, we randomly flip one of these to its active slot. Okay, so this is going to be our first actual Nukealope fight. Everything else has just been chomping down with crits before it has a chance. Oh, damn. And it's going to be stinking going for it after this, too, isn't it? All right, well. Here we go. Move the monster. Full move the screaming monster to the closest. Can't see if the monster ends its movement on or adjacent. It consumes it. Heals 1d5. Damn it, it was on a 1. And now it's going to flip one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prehensile tail is now flipped. It is now active. All the monster attacks profiles gain after damage. The monster's tail drags its victim into its drooling maw. The target gains gobbled up status card. Oh boy! And this card goes back onto the top of the deck. Oh, what? If that is or whatever, doesn't matter. We didn't see him anyway. We're good. Place Showdown on the top of the monster AI deck instead of discarding. Lovely. Like, lovely. It doesn't matter to me. All right, so... Well, we need to get rid of those acanthus plants, and we need to wound that stinking Showdown. Let's get that Showdown off the board. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crap, I'm 1 away from it. On on David Bowie, who I think I'm gonna have Ozzy go and slow attack him from behind, and just see if we can't get that one off the top. No, it's not. 4 is still a hit. 1. Super dense, do not care. Let's crit this thing. 4. Not a crit. Let's see. Is that even a wound? Oh, and I am not remembering to do my overcharges. I probably even missed. So let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's a miss. It's not even a wound. Come on. So wasted an overcharge. I don't have any rerolls for him. Dang, this is really starting to be rough. I guess we could throw Tina Turner in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tina, come on. We didn't like that one anyway. 8. There's 1 hit. Alright, this is the Restless Shank. On a wound, roll a d10 for each in the blind spot. Oh my goodness. We are not doing very well right now. It is not a wound that I know of. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. 9. We got 9. Needed to be wound. This is sucking, guys. I think the whip is our only hope. And I kinda... Oh, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe he's gone. Oof, this is rough. I gotta get that Showdown off the top. Well, at least I get a perfect. 2 hits with a perfect. That's not bad. Don't say that, don't say that, don't say... Okay. We got 2 failures. And I'm at 7, 8 plus the die. So I need 3s or better. 3s are better to wound. And yes, and he's doing his thing. Does he? Oh, so does he keep the embolden? He does. Does he keep the overcharge? He does not. So I get 1 of those back. So we got Restless Hoof. Failure if attacking with a melee weapon. It's potentially knocked out of my hands. And then this one is, on failure, grasping tiny little hands make rude gestures at me. Startled, you gain an insanity and lose your composure. So basically I skip a turn if I fail on that one. So I guess we'll start with this one. Restless tiny hands. Come on, Schwartz. There we go. That's a wound, not a crit. But a wound, but with devastating, that's 2. Oh, and Showdown's gone. Woo! Thank the make. That was a rough one. Alright, let's do this one. On a fail, I lose my weapon. And it's another wound. That's 2 more. Because the devastating is still there. Oh, okay. That's a sigh of relief there for me. And then I'm too far to shoot. And I don't have foresight. So let's go ahead and use our headband, or not our headband, but our cat's eye. So maybe we can get that going for the next one. Cat's eye. Well, I'm glad we did, because there it is, right there on the top. Fudge. Except I didn't say fudge. Alright, so yeah, this all survivors are doomed. And flip one of its inerts to active. And then full move through the attacker. Woo! Alright, so we got giant mouth. reflex if attacking with a melee weapon, and we roll a 1 or 2, it consumes it. If I'm punching, it will consume my arm. And then we have delicate inverted knee, which is a regular with no reflex. Let's put that trap down on the bottom. And then that's it for my turn. And I've got 3 people ready to dash the hell away from the monster. All right, we're good. Everybody good? Don't forget, hit that like, that follow, that subscribe. Remember, followers can enter the giveaway. Subscribers get 10 instead of 1 ticket. And enter the contest. No, not contest. Enter the giveaway. I'm giving away free stuff. Right, here it is. Lone Rampage. The monster unleashes an awful wail to signal its terrific rampage. All non-death survivors suffer a brain damage. Everybody. And that's that's everybody. Ozzy doesn't care. He's in his own world of insanity. Zone of death. So I might need to dash out of this thing. All knockdown survivors within the zone of death suffer a damage to every location. All standing survivors within the zone of death suffer a damage, bash, and knockback. Probably should get the hell out of there. So that is a dash for Ozzy, Tina, and that's McJagger. Everybody. So Ozzy doesn't get to spend it back. McJagger, do you get it back? No. David Bowie's standing too far away. And Tina, do you get it back from Rawhide? No, you do not. Man, this is just a rough showing right now. Now, where am I dashing you guys? It's 4 out. Just backwards. Six for him since he's got a plus, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. All right, now the zone of death explosion happens. No one's there, and it's our turn. Ah, boy. I think we need some kind of pick me up. What is happening? We have 2 cards up here, and then the trap. Do I send Tina in? Tina in to punch it, and then Cat Eye again? It's probably a good idea. All right, Tina. Move and attack. 1 hit. Delicate inverted knee. Be hit with club or a shield. I'm not. Get a bonus. I actually will wound that time. So, but it's not a crit. Thank you, Hunt Event. And yes, I'm not doing the thing. Do I embolden? And I get it back. Do I overcharge and get it back? Yes. I get both of them back. All right, so that's a hit and a devastate. I am killing myself on my order of operations here. All right, and there's 1 more. Let's go ahead and move him in. He has a +1 movement. He's attacking with the baby. He misses. All right, well that was a whole lot of fun. There's nothing I can do with those 2. I could come in and whip, but I'm rolling 3. I could move up and then dash to hit with the clawhead arrow. That's only a 1. Let's do that. So I'll move up 1. Oh, I can't. I can't spend any survival with David Bowie. He is completely just. You're worthless, David. You're worthless. Killing me, Smalls. What are we doing with David Bowie? He's just standing there. I guess he's cat-eyeing again. So we already have Giant Mouth, which consumes a weapon on a 1 or 2. And then we get Restless Ear. Alright, I guess we'll put that on top. Do we want Mick Jagger to do anything, or do we just want him to block? I could, with Mick Jagger, I can look at the AI cards, 2 AI cards with Rawhide Headband, or I could block. What you guys thinking? Headband? I feel like Headband's probably a better idea. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Alright, headbanding. You cat's eyed, you're headbanding. Here we go, we got Great Kick. Let's see, Random Survivor and Blind Spot, which will just be dashing away, right? Maybe. Then we got Stomp and Snort. Intimidate. Antelope begins to stomp and snort. A gurgled moan sounds from its undermouth. Turn to face the target. If the result is 4+, the target suffers brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. In addition, if the target is insane, they suffer knockback 5. That's not so bad. This Great Kick sucks. This Great Kick sucks. Luckily, both of them could dash away. Except they're going to get caught. And neither of them have Chain Dash. That's not true. Tina Turner has Chain Dash. So I could, assuming she's the one that ends up getting targeted, she could run away fast enough. I think I like this one on I think I like this one on top better. I have a chance to wound that Great Kick off the top. Alright, so anyway. Now it's bad guy turn. Everything gets flipped. All our dashes are prepped. Random survivor in range, which is everybody. Guess who forgot about Monster Controller? That's 2! I'll throw it on Jagger. Lowest is it. It's Jagger. So he's the target. So he gets a +1 insanity. Well, that's actually a benefit for him. Screaming Yell up against the stomp. A gurgled moan sounds from the undermouth. Turn to face the target. Roll a d10. Lantern, which is not great. On a 4+, the target suffers a brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. And if they're insane, they're knocked back. Well, I'm not. Then there's the crappy part is that that's 2, so I take a trauma. So brain trauma +2. Oh boy. How can this be? It's not. It's clarity in the darkness. You are knocked down. Add your survival to your insanity. Okay, where are you? I am knocked down. Add your survival to my insanity. Okay. Then reduce your survival to 0. Gain a random disorder. If you already have 3 disorders, die. Oh shit. Oh shit. Woo! That's close. I did not. I have 2. Alright. Let me see if I'm doing this right. You're knocked down. Add your survival to your insanity. Then reduce your survival to 0. And then gain prey. Alright. You are prey. All there is you, for you is death. You may not spend survival unless you are insane. Well, guess what? I don't have any insane. I don't have any survival. So prey. Boy, these guys are having a bad day with disorders. This has been a disorder thinking ridiculousness. Okay. Our turn. Now, nobody was next to him on KD. I can't get him up. I don't think anybody has Defender. So, nope. Actually, I think Ozzy has Defender. Too bad he's the one that's knocked down. Defender is the one where if I can go over to somebody that's knocked down, spend a survival, and they stand up and gain a survival. It's stinking nice. Except he has no survival to spend. All right, well, we need to get that that A level card off the top, and I think I'm gonna have, and we've got 2 cards, 2 crit locationable cards, so Ozzy's gonna go for that one, I think. Now let's go. Let's do Lady Gaga first, actually. Lady Gaga punching from behind. 2 hits. I don't think anything triggers off perfect. Does she have any perfects? No. Alright, here we go. 2. Oh, and do we need to play the game? Where is she? Yes. All our things, let's see. Emboldened, does she keep it? Yes. Overcharged, does she keep it? No. Yeah. Tina Turner 2.0. Alright, well, let's do this one first. Restless Ear. Come on, girl. Well, that's a miss. Nothing happens there. This is just not working for us. Now we've got the giant mouth. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I think that is good enough. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is, and that's all we need. Okay, so it is a wound. So we're gonna get 2. Gonna get 2. But we're gonna get a reflex, which doesn't do anything because it's a 4. Whoa, this one's hurting. All right, and she's gonna move the hell away. And then her turn's done, and now we're gonna cat eye again for free. Actually, we can't. Yeah, we'll cat eye for free. See if we can't just keep pushing that thing down and down and down and down and down. Reflex. That's the zone of death. Basic action. So it's everything adjacent. And that's a reflex. That's a tough one. Okay. Restless Rump. Reflex. Turn the monster to face away from the attacker. Full move forward. Which is okay because Mick Jagger is not in the line. That's good. That one wouldn't be too bad. Of course, it just makes it further away from David Bowie, who can't shoot his bow, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And we're only rolling 1. Yeah, we're gonna put it. Trap is down. We're gonna do the full move out for the first one. All right. That's a free one, so technically turn's not done. Let's do Ozzy Osbourne. Swinging with the baby. Is he going to spend it? Is he going to spend it? Yeah, he's gonna spend it. All right, good luck to us all. All right, that's a hit. One card. We know what it is. Restless Rump on a reflex is going to run away. Yes! All right, so that's 3. So we get 1 for the crit, 1 for the devastate, and 1 for the savage. That's excellent. It's about dang time we got something, and we get a screaming resource. Spiral horn. They get 3 spiral horns in the settlement now. They need the flat tooth. And reflex be damned. Well, and then he's moving away, right? We should move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Right. That was white. So green's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. He could dodge, though. He can still dodge. No, he can't. He's got no stinking survival. Okay. At least he's still got the evasion. That always kicks in. There's nothing we can do, really. So I can cat eye again. I just... Yeah. I get 2. I get 2 a turn. So cat eye again. The new card that we're pushing the trap down with is Restless Muzzle. So we'll just put that on top. If you hit, great. Is she gonna move? Do I want her to move? Or David Bowie. Do we want David Bowie to move? To get closer? Because we don't know if it's gonna target nearest knockdown. We don't know if it's gonna target furthest. We just don't know. But I think I'm gonna move it 1 forward and just see what happens. David Bowie needs to get closer. I want him to shoot. Right? I want him to shoot. Alright. Oh my gosh. This is not the best. Let's see what happens. Good luck to us all. Infested. When this comes into play, the monster gains +1 toughness token. So it's now at 12. Discovering the ticks is gruesome. Roll a d10 for each survivor on a result of 6+. They suffer brain damage per monster level. On a result of 6+. Nobody! Alright. That's a win. We'll take that. So now he draws an AI card. This is a trait. So this is going to go into with the rest of them. So draw AI. So we're going to queue this up. And then we're going to have this effect. When a survivor ends their act adjacent to the monster, roll a d10 on a result of 1 or 2. They are infected with ticks and gain the -1 strength token. So that's just going to stay there with the traits. So we already have enough traits. All right, well, here's the AI card. And it's Stomp and Snort. Ooh, got some lag stuff. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, no sir, I don't like that. I wonder what that was all about. Alright, so random survivor in range, that is everybody. It's random. Oh, that's white. Who's white? That is Aussie. Aussie is our survivor that is random in range. Intimidate. Begins to stomp and snort. Gurgling moan sounds from its undermouth. Target, turn to face. Roll a d10. It's higher than 4. It suffers 1 brain damage per monster level, so that's 2, and is knocked down. And that's Aussie, who don't give a crap. And then, but now, because he's insane, he gets knocked back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, then the card goes in the discard. So we only have really 5 health left with that new trait getting thrown onto the top. I'm okay with that, because that trait's not that bad. Alright, well you get to stand up. You don't. You suck. Alright, well, I feel like... Oh, so we've got Foresight. So David Bowie gets an extra act, so he's going to shoot the bow. He's going to spend a move and... Oh, actually, do we want him to shoot the clawhead arrow? I think the answer is yes on that. So, clawhead arrow. 1 die, hitting on 6, 5, 4, 3s or better. And he can't do anything with the survival, so 3s or better. Alright, so it gets a -1 evasion token. Remember, we are critting on 8s or better with this guy. 8s or better. 5, that's enough for a wound. Right, even with his +1 toughness. So now we gotta shuffle. Come on, Loeb. Right? This one's brutality. Manifest. Actually, no, the hunt. The hunt was bad. Get that one going, whatever that was. Remember, he doesn't get to do his fun overcharge, and it wasn't a crit. We got 2 people that can't do it. Alright, now we want to Cat's Eye with his extra to push that trap down again. What do we get? We got... Yes! Congratulations! And enjoy enjoy pulling your hair out trying to get that Parasite Queen together. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. Like, the build guide's up there now, so for the most part it's easier than going in completely blind. But if you're having trouble, go ahead and check out my build video. Well, it's kind of split into 2, but there's some things missing from the build. But anyway, if you're having trouble, hop in and see what I ended up doing. It does look so cool, and I can't wait to paint it. But that's a tough one. Anyway, so we got Restless Inner Thigh. If on a wound, your attack disables the monster's powerful running muscles. It gains a -1 movement token. So let's have, well, I don't want to go up and whip it, so I might get the trap. But if I do get the trap, is anybody else going to... One of the inerts gets flipped, and then full move the monster through the attacker, which would then do damage to me, but not anyone else. And then it would cause a reshuffle, which would help me, because I know that other trap is in here somewhere. Yeah, let's see about that. Or I can have Tina Turner come in and go hit both of these. But she's definitely going to get that. Do I take the trap in the face? I think I might take the trap in the face. That's an interesting conundrum. All right, well, you already went. I hate just this twinkle toesing around the stinking trap, but it's working. Tina Turner, can you do some crittage? Or, yeah, she can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the side. We're doing Restless Inner Thigh on top. Punching. Is that any hit? Any hit? 8, 7. No. No hits. No hits. Okay. So that's done. Yeah, okay, whatever. Honestly, I'm just gonna do it. We're going. Let's see, he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do it. He can't dash, he can't do anything. He might as well just sit there and take it. Take it like a man. That is that any? 1. It's 1 hit. On a wound, we get the thing, which would be great. Let's do that thing. Yes! Or we could just crit. That's even better. He can't overcharge with him. He can't use anything. So he's going to crit. And that is a persistent injury. Degenerating wound. The monster's injury worsens as it moves. Whenever the screaming antelope moves, it suffers an additional wound. Oh, really? Oh, really? Discard this card at the end of the next round. All right, so if... Actually, this is the end of the round. So his whip is going to activate and get an additional wound. And this is the end of the next round. So I'm going to kind of put that there. So we get another wound because it doesn't move at the end of the round. His nuclear whip effect triggers. And now it's bad guy turn. Oh, wait. Nope, almost 5 XP. Actually, you could probably count this as a 5 XP. When a survivor ends their activity adjacent to the monster, roll a d10. On a 1 or 2, they get a -1 token. So this is for Tina. Whatever, game. All right, -1. You got nits. And this is for Mick Jagger. No nits. So now we need, what is it? We need 2 more 5 XP moments for another sub. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a long day. We've got nobody to go. We've got 1 AI card left. We've got... everybody's still alive, knock on wood. All right, bad guy turn. Oh, that's it. He's just gonna be stomping and snorting. Interesting. That's actually really... I'm okay with that. I am quite okay with that. So that means his prehensile tail won't trigger ever until we get him down to basic, and hopefully we'll not do that. We'll just go straight to dead. All right, so random survivor in range. That's not white. 9, 4, and 3. Who's blue? Blue is Tina Turner. All right, so no reason to run away. Screaming snarls at him. Roll a d10. Less than a 4, please. Yes! All right, so that's a big fat nothing. But if they're insane, knockback. No. Awesome. Stinking nada. Look at that. All right. And guess what? Get up! It's our turn, ladies and gents. who's gonna KB it? Who's gonna killing blow this thing? Feeling bow and arrow. So we have foresight. Does this trigger? Darn. So even if I shoot with the bow and arrow, this is gonna trigger, and I should probably not have that be there. Let's go ahead and cat's eye then. Oh, this is stupid. Okay, here's the one that we get on top. -2 to wound, and blood and spittle erupt from the screaming antelope's wounded undermaw. If the wound result is even, suffer brain damage. If the wound result is odd, gain insanity. Well, I'll put that on top. And Ozzy can't do it. McJagger can't do it. Tina's gonna have to do it. Yeah, she's the only one left that can really do anything. So let's get behind just to try to make sure we can get it in there. Two dice. Embolden, overcharge. Do I spend for embolden? No. Do I spend for overcharge? Yes. All right. Good luck to us all. That's a perfect. I don't have anything that triggers on perfects. And honestly, you know what? I don't want to attack. I don't want to attack, actually. I'm going to hold action on this round. I'm going to spend my act to trigger my my new knuckles, my new knuckle power, so that my next attack is plus 1,000. That way I surpass as well. So if I don't crit, I'll surpass as well as overcharge. So I'm trying to guarantee myself. So basically, I'm doing a nothing this turn, except movement closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just gonna sit there. Everybody is in range, so it'll still be random who gets the attack or gets the intimidate, but then what's her nuts will still be there in the end. Sorry. All right. We don't get the wound. All right. We don't get that free wound unless there's a way for us to get that. Because the attack is still just intimidate. It's not going to move. Yeah, and even on the reactions from the hit locations, it's not going to move. So this one's just going to get wasted. Whatever. It was nice. It was a nice thought. Yep. All right. I'm just gonna roll it. Stomp, snort. Everybody's in range. White or red? Let me do a roll off between white and red. Looks like white. That's Aussie. Just rolling. 4 on a 4+. Suffer brain damage per monster level. And if insane, knock back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just been knocked away the whole darn fight, it seems. All right, now it's my turn. I'm doing my emboldened stuff, and I'm rolling. I guess I technically could probably just do it all over. Right? Do I spend it for embolden? Yes, I do. Do I spend it for overcharge? Yes, I do. Two hits. Could have used those on the wound rolls, but it doesn't matter. This dude's dying. All right, so going after the giant tongue first. Now, does that say it's for the whole attack, or is it just suffer? Yeah, wait. No, I was supposed to suffer 3 brain damage. So what's my brain trauma? 2 is 4. So knockback, but then that would have been on my turn. Plus 1d5 insanity. Monster went. I come back up. I get 5. Sweet. All right. Then I stand back up after the monster turn. And I roll 2, and it's for the whole attack. Yeah, your next attack has plus 1,000 strength. Limit once per showdown. What am I doing rolling 2 on a wound? What a tard. Alright, let's try that again. This is for giant tongue wounding. Stinking 9? Does... I don't think I have any crit stuff, because my luck was counteracted. Alright, so no crit, but it is a wound. So that does 1, 2, because I have surpassed 10. So it's 3 damage total, and that's a dead lope. And that was more difficult than it should have been to calculate. Oh my gosh. It wasn't a crit though. That stinks. No wait, that was a crit. It was because I have 3 innate, but Fist and Tooth is deadly. Right. Duh. Derps. Oh no, wait. That's only if I'm using my actual fist, not nuclear knuckle. So no. Never mind. Not deadly. Yep, totally nerfed. Alright. My Guinness, that was a rough hunt and an unpleasant fight, but hey, all's well that ends well. Except I don't get 4 endeavors, do I? Because Tina Turner doesn't create endeavors. Man, that sucks. Well, I get 3. And I think we're probably hunting a Phoenix after this, assuming that we get... Where's the other track? Second to last. Assuming we get a flat tooth in the loot here. All right, let's go for flat tooth. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jabber, grabber, whatever. We get 4 basics. We want prismatic. We want prismatic. We want prismatic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we probably want, well, it depends on what we get. Let's see what we get first. Pelt. Bladder. Steak. Shank. Pelt. All right, I guess we're definitely going with another one here. Shank. Crap. We're gonna have to hunt another one of these things. And then for our basics, hide, bone, organ, and hide. Well, at least we're gonna be able to innovate if we wanted to. That was probably not the best. I really, really wanted another flat tooth. That is a bummer. That is unfortunate with all the crap that went down. We should have been able to get that, but it happens. All right. RNG. Love it. All right. Tina Turner gets 2 and a weapon prof. David Bowie ages up. Gets a weapon prof. Mick Jagger. Yes, 2 and a weapon prof. Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. Ages up. And is now a sword specialist. Then we got a baby. We got a baby.